We've been looking at this timeline of Uber's difficulties across Europe, whether it's London or France or Germany or the Netherlands or Denmark. They have had run-ins with the government in all of these places. You know, what is the impact sort of across the region of these choices that Uber has decided to make over the years?
Well, I think London was one of the first cities in the world outside the US to adopt the technology, and it's reached a point where 3.5 million people are using the app. So it's been very well received. It's a great application, but there is obviously a lot of competition out there. You know, My Taxi, Cabby, the black cabs themselves have actually introduced credit card systems into their cars, finally. So that's been a positive move. So I think, but you'll get I think you'll see a lot of grumpy customers if it's totally wiped out, which I hope that won't be the case. I think, as my fellow colleagues in New York and in the US are saying just now, let's hope that Uber will appeal this and it will continue to operate. And I just hope that they'll come to some sort of conclusion which will enable Uber to continue operating.
You mentioned the black cabs. How much of a dent has Uber actually made in the historic London black cab business?
I mean, I think they've been impacted. They've clearly felt the impact themselves, and there's been many protests in the streets. Nothing violent, but actually, they have been been on the streets a number of times. And Transport for London has been really trying to work this out. I think, if you look at Transport for London, it was one of the first urban mobility institutions in the world to actually open up its data sets and its APIs to allow app developers to develop services on the back of the data being opened up. So they're very innovative. They're very forward-looking when it comes to technology. And I think here, as we've been talking about, they're really questioning the conduct of the company in connection with 2 or 3 things. So I would hope that Uber and the Transport for London will resolve this over time, and we'll continue seeing Uber on London streets.